would have been talking to myself all night.
Yeah. All right. See if you can share that screen.
Yeah, it's still not letting me.
Okay. We'll have to figure it out for next time. So, all right, guys, you should be popping back on here. Apologies for the delay. We tried to get out of there and do it very sexily, but didn't work out so well.
I think you invited everyone to jump on.
Oh, I did. Hey, guys, let's just have a fun. Hey, what's up? And then I sent out the wrong link to everybody. Hey, what's up, everybody? Oh, my God. Can we pile everybody on here? How many people? I think we got a good 8. Hey, look at that. Yay. Everybody hop on. We'll just do a group chat really quick here. Yeah, that's awesome. How hilarious. All right, guys, we got a little bit of time anyway, so how funny. I'm not sure if everybody can see. That's great. Look at this. Got Ryan, got everybody on here. Hey, guys. How freaking cool. Okay, so guys, I don't want to take any more of your time. So he's going to go into the training really quick here, guys. I just want to write these notes down, and then we'll get the film training back up for you guys.
Okay, where's that echo?
Yeah, because we definitely got to get on the call here, guys. Because
everybody needs to mute their mics. Other than Cody.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm just going to go through this kind of quick. It's quite a few slides, so try to go through it quick, and I'll upload this, and you'll be able to go through it more in depth. But setting up your ad, it's going to be with a video or an image. I would be split testing both. Obviously, ads with you in it yourself is going to bring congruency to your audience, and they're going to see trust in you. And when bringing that trust factor is how you're going to get people to opt in, get their lead. And if you can't get their trust, you're not going to be able to get their email and get their lead. So you don't have to use your own video, but you have a much higher chance of having success with it. I made tens of thousands of dollars without having my own video, but again, I probably could have done a lot more doing my own videos. And videos are usually better performing than images, but that's usually, not always. Images are a lot easier to test. They're a lot easier to get. Obviously, they're a lot easier to put together, and they can be very deadly when they're done right with good copywriting. So the pros and cons of pictures, like I said, it's easier to set up, quicker to split test, and a lot more simple, and they can catch the eye a lot better than a video can. But the cons is usually a little lower conversion rate, less chance of it going viral compared to a video in this new video era, and less personalized, so less of a trust factor. And then the pros and cons of video, the pros is going to be complete opposite, better conversion rates, and you usually have a more relatable, and you're usually more relatable and trustworthy with your audience. So they're just like, it's like Skype. If you're going to do on a phone call and then you're going to do Skype, they can see your face. It's going to be like, oh, it's more of a trust factor. They can see you're more real. It's more legitimate. But the cons, it takes more time to get set up, takes longer to split test videos because it takes longer to get videos out compared than it does pictures. So how to set up ad text for a photo ad is going to be different than how you set up ad text for a video ad. Photo ad, you have to be a lot better with copywriting than you have to do with a video ad. With a photo ad, I'll kind of go over how to do that real quick, and you'll be able to go over the slideshows when I upload them in the group in the file section and really see this. Setting up your first sentence is going to be stating usually a yes or a no question, something that will catch your audience's eye, that relates to them. And this question should be easily answered with a yes or a no by your audience, not something that takes them a while to think about. And examples of that would be, are you between the ages of 24 and 45 and always had a passion to travel? Or are you a male aged 22 to 30 and always wanted more out of life than the typical 9-to-5 system? Or are you struggling in your online business and tired of not seeing results? So all those are pretty obvious, yes or no questions. And next section of your ad text for photo is where you're going to show them you have the perfect solution to what they desire or what their problem is, and start building the trust and scarcity with them. So an example of that would be, If so, I have great news. I am looking to mentor and coach 100 people. That brings the scarcity, only 100 people, to drastically change their financial situation and show you exactly how I was able to go from being a high school dropout. So I'm relatable to my audience now. I was a high school dropout. I was not anyone special. You want to try to put yourself even a little bit lower than your audience. So I went from being a high school dropout with $100 to my name to doing exactly that and traveling the world while ditching the 9-to-5 system. And that would be your second part of your ad. And then your third part is where you put your call to action link. So this is where people that are quick action takers, they're going to go to your call to action right now, but you're going to continue after this because not everybody's going to be ready to take action. Some people want more. So now section 4 would be, now for the ones who need more convincing, you're going to remind them of the scarcity of this opportunity and that it will not be around for long. So you're going to just keep hounding them with the scarcity factor. You're also going to point out that this is only for serious people, only for action takers. You only want people who are going to, really take this seriously. This makes their mindset think, wait, I'm serious. I'm an action taker. I can do this. It's kind of like indirectly calling them out, and they want to prove that they're serious, prove they're an action taker. And so they have to sell them. So they sell themselves mentally already and are eager to read what you already have to say. So an example would be, I'm going to pull back the curtains for the first 100 people who are serious, are willing to take massive action, and want their financial situation in life to change. And I will reveal the 90% done-for-you marketing system I leverage personally myself to generate this lifestyle I've always dreamed of. And section 5, now that you have they have sold themselves mentally on this opportunity, you do one last reminder that this is limited, and if they do not take action now, that they are going to miss out and they will not receive this later. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity is what you're trying to make it. So an example of that would be, but remember, this is only for the first 100 people. Once we reach this number, we will be taking this down, and this information will only be available to the first 100 action takers exclusively. And then the next part, you're going to tell them about the call to action coming up. Remind them by clicking the call to action, they will be accessing the same system you and countless others have already used, showing that it works. So an example would be, so if this interests you, be sure to click the link below and sign up for this online workshop where I will be revealing this exact step-by-step formula me and countless others have taken to achieve financial freedom for ourselves. And section 7, you're just going to be doing another call to action. So this is where people who didn't do it the first time on your first call to action, you're doing it again. You're just putting the link in, duplicating it in your ad. And then now again, you're going to continue. Not everyone's going to go. Not everyone's going to click on your first one. Not everyone's going to click on your second. Now, in case for whatever reason they haven't clicked on either of those yet, you're going to challenge them one more time, but this time with a quote used by someone else. They're obviously not listening to you. Now they're going to listen to someone else. And you're going to give the person's quote, whoever you take, you're going to give them credit for this quote. It builds more trust with your potential lead on why they should listen to you and take action now. So a quote that I pulled up real quick that I would put in at the bottom is, successful people make their decisions quickly and change their minds slowly. Unsuccessful people make their decisions slowly and change their minds quickly. And that was quoted by Andy Andrews, who's an author of a book. That quote was pulled out of his book, actually. So now they're like, wait, I'm successful. Well, everyone's going to, they want to be successful, or they think they're already successful, whatever it is. They're like, I'm going to take the action quickly. And then you're going to give them the last call to action after that quote. And that's your last call to action for them to take. So what it's going to look like, final product, we're going to run through it all real quick from beginning to end. This is what the ad text is going to say exactly. Are you between the ages of 24 to 45 and always dreamed of traveling? If so, I have great news. I am looking to mentor and coach 100 people to drastically change their financial situation and show you exactly how I was able to go from being a high school dropout with $100 to my name to doing exactly that and traveling the world while ditching the typical 9-to-5 system. Your link for opting in And then I'm going to pull back the curtains for the first 100 people who are serious, are willing to take massive action, and want their financial situation in life to change. I will reveal the 90% done for you marketing system I personally use myself to generate this lifestyle I have always dreamed of. But remember, this is only for the first 100 people. Once we reach this number, we will be taking this down, and this information will only be available to these first 100 action takers exclusively. So if this interests you, be sure to click the link below and sign up for this online workshop where I will be revealing this exact step-by-step formula me and countless others have taken to achieve financial freedom for ourselves. And then your call to action again, and in your quote, successful people make their decisions quickly and change their minds slowly. Unsuccessful people make their decisions slowly and change their minds quickly. And then Andy Andrews for the quote. And then your last call to action. So it's it's a lot longer than what you're used to seeing above videos, because now you are selling them with your ad text, not your video. With video, you're pretty much doing that format, but in your video, you're speaking it. So that's why you don't have to put it above the video. Your video ad text can be a whole heck of a lot shorter. For example, it could be like, are you between the ages of 21 to 36 and not where you want to be in financially? Learn how I went from dropping out of college with less than $100 to my name to shortly later making my first 5-figure month. The answer may shock you, ... watch video, and then your call to action below that. So you're trying to leave them with a cliffhanger to watch your video, and then the video will sell them on clicking that link. Okay, and then what kind of objectives should you run for ads? We've kind of already gone over this quite a few times, but being in the internet marketing space, our ads are designed for one specific reason, and one specific reason only: to gain people's email addresses and to gain leads that are interested in our opportunity or product you have to sell. So what option do you think would make most sense? Obviously, website conversions would make most sense. You want them to make a conversion on your website. Your capture page is a website, and you want them to take action on there, give you their email. You do not want any post engagements. You can get 1 million likes on your post, but if none of them opt in, those 1 million likes are useless. They did nothing for you, and you're just paying for nothing pretty much. Another newer option is obviously the lead ads that we've been talking about. So I would be split testing website conversions and lead ads and seeing which one's working the best. Lead ads obviously make sense because, again, we want a lead. And a lead ad works the same exact way that a website conversion ad works, except instead of leaving Facebook to give you the data, they do it on Facebook, and it doesn't require you to make a landing page. So the pros of a website conversion ad is you have control over your landing page if you're making your landing pages, or you can split test a few different options in the back office, and the conversion rate of it and everything is completely dependent on you. You can control that. You are able to grow your pixel quicker and easier by gathering more data also, because you're having in more different spots, more different pages. But the cons of it are, some people, regardless of how well you put your ad together, they just will not trust you or your website or your link that you give them to give their data away for whatever reason. And website conversion ads require users to manually put in their email address and name, manually type it in. That's an extra step for them to do. With lead ads, they don't have to do that. It automatically fills that in for them. So they just literally click your ad and it pretty much gets sent to you. So it's like taking away one extra step. And then the pros of lead ads is your potential leads do not have to leave Facebook to opt in and on your funnel. So this may create a higher trust factor, which you need that trust factor. And like I said, the email name auto-populate. And then the cons is you do not have full control over your capture page, so you don't have control over the conversion rate with that. And then you will also not be able to grow your pixel as fast. And pixel is what you need for long-term play in this business. Your pixel is everything. And split test. What should you split test? Well, here are the most important parts that I personally think the split test. If you are not getting a lot of clicks to your website, so if your CPC is high or whatever it is, if you're not getting the clicks to your website, the issue is either your ad image or video, whatever you're using, your ad text, or your targeting. Those are what's selling them to click on the website. But if you're getting a lot of clicks to your website, but they are not converting to leads, so you have a low conversion rate, that's obviously your capture page. Your ad image is doing good. Your video is doing good. Your text is doing good. Your targeting, they are interested. Your capture page is the issue 99% of the time. But the only exception to this is if you're making ads that are very false, deceptive, and it's not telling them what they're clicking on. That would be the only little reason why they would it wouldn't be your capture page. But if you go through that ad text formula that I said above, and again, you'll have these slides, you won't have that issue. So it's going to be the capture page. And what do you do when you find a profitable ad? Obviously, you scale it. This is the #1 issue for why people do not get the results they want. They are 3 feet from gold, but refuse to put in that little bit of effort left to get to the gold. If you have a profitable ad and you know that a $2 lead is profitable as long as you are targeting correctly, then why not spend everything you can? This is like going up to a slot machine in Vegas that you know will profit you $2 for every $1 you put in, but you only decide to put $5 in it to get $10 back, then you quit until the next day. If this was real life and that slot machine was real, you would stay at that slot machine until someone physically removed you from it. So this is exactly how you should treat your ads when it gets to this point. And the way to scale is what I call the rapid scaling matrix. First, before we get into that, here's some rules for if you should scale or not. If your ad cost is $2.50 or less on an ad, scale it. If your ad is between $2.50, $3.50, write it out at that same exact budget and watch it closely. If it goes up, kill it. If it goes down, then you can possibly scale it. If your ad cost is above $3.50, no matter what, kill it. But remember, always let an ad run for 48 hours minimum before making these decisions. 72 hours is preferred, but if you have no conversions at all after 48 hours and $10 spent, you can kill the ad after 48 hours. It's most likely not going to pick up enough to make a difference. If you have 1 lead after 48 hours or so it's a $10 lead, kill it still. If you have 2 leads after 48 hours, so $5 lead, let it run 1 more day. At the 72-hour mark, you're going to follow the first set of rules above for it to keep it or kill it. And like I said, it'll make more sense when you see the slide. And how do you look at this data to tell if it is good or not? #1 rule, always look at the last 7 days worth of data. Never base your decisions to kill or to scale an ad off of 1-day data. You're always going to look at 7-day spans. You may have a killer ad that is converting for you and averaging 50 cents a lead over a 7-day span, but all ads have good days and bad days. They're always going up and down, up and down. So if you're looking at 1 day, your 50-cent lead could have got a $5 a lead cost for 1 day, and you would have killed it, and you would have killed one of your best ads. So like I said, always look at 7-day spans. And also never get emotionally attached to an ad. But also do not kill an ad too soon without giving it at least 48 hours to run at least, because there is a good possibility you could have killed a converting ad, as Facebook's algorithm takes on average 2 to 3 days to really optimize. And now that we got that out of the way, scaling. How do you scale again? If your ad cost over the last 7 days span is $2.50 or lower, click on the ad set level you wish to scale. Not the ad level, the ad set. Click Edit Ad Set and then go to Increase Budget and increase your budget from $5 a day to $8 a day. And follow these exact numbers. Like I said, you'll see them in the slides. This is the exact formula you have to follow. Don't go from 5 to 10. Don't go from 5 to 20. 5 to 8. And always when scaling an ad, do it as early in the morning as possible for the best results. Once you scale to $8 a day, let this run for a minimum of 24 hours before you touch it again. If after 24 hours it is still under $2.50, scale it to $12. If it is over $2.50, if your conversions started doing bad but it's under $3.50. Let it run for one more day, and after 48 hours, if it is not below $2.50, simply scale your ad back down to $5 and let it run and see if it levels back out. Give another 24 hours, see if it levels back out. If it goes back below $2.50 after 24 hours, duplicate the ad set instead of try to scale it. That's a different way of scaling. That's how I made all my money when I very first got started. I didn't raise any budgets. I completely duplicated all of my ad sets. And if it is still above $2.50 but below $3.50, give it one more day again, 48 hours, to see if you kill it or not. If it's not below $2.50 after that, just kill it. But usually scaling an ad back will make the results go back to normal within 48 hours. But if nothing's perfect, it doesn't work every single time. And if it doesn't go back, most likely you just got lucky with that ad. It probably wasn't your good targeting, and it wasn't going to be your 5-figure a month ad anyways. So back to, again, after 48 hours, it is below $2.50. Again, duplicate that ad set, like I said, with the $5 one. You're going to duplicate it. And let's go down. Now back to the ad you scaled to $8. If it continues to be good after 24 hours and is still below $2.50, scale your ad now to $12. Follow the same exact rules we just did before for this ad, and it should be, follow the same exact rules you did for this ad when you scaled it to $12 as you did when you scaled it to $8 to see if you should be scaling it, killing it, or duplicating it. Those are always going to be your 3 options: scaling, killing, or duplicating. Now, if after 24 hours your ad is still under $2.50 a lead, scale from $12 to $15 a day. And then if it's still profitable after 24 hours, from 15, scale to 18, and then 22, and then 26, then 31, then 36, and 42, then 50. Like I said, you'll have all these numbers, trying to run it through real quick so we can save some time. But after $50, if it continues to still be profitable, scale your ad up by 20% a day every 24 hours until it is no longer profitable. That means above $2.50. And once you've got to that point, whatever that number is, every ad's going to be different. Whatever number you scaled it to, where it's now above $2.50, you found where that threshold is for that ad. Every ad has a threshold. And now you're going to scale it back down, like I said, and wait 24 hours and keep scaling it back down until it's profitable again. And once you've scaled it down to where it's profitable again, you know that is your threshold. Now you're going to duplicate again. And say that it got to $50 and that's your threshold. You're not going to duplicate that ad set for another $50. When you duplicate that ad set, you're going to duplicate it for $5 again and go through the same exact process we just did for that ad as well. And now let's say you got your ad up. Oh yeah, we just went over that part. I'll skip that, kind of go over.
Are you guys getting this information? I know it's a lot. It's just kind of talking right at you guys. You have nothing. You guys getting this down though? He's going to put the slides that he's reading off of in the back section, so you're good there, okay, guys? And Cody, as soon as we got cut off, as soon as cancel, I know some people here are interested to find out who's going to win tonight in the contest, so we're going to wrap it up. This information will be back in the back office, guys, and we can actually go over this again next week very tightly, so you guys have any questions, right? Go ahead, Cody. Sorry, bud.
Yeah, no problem. Let's see, where was I? Okay, yeah, when you get to the scaling part, when you finally get to the scaling part, you're getting profitable ads and stuff. Now you're going to learn to split your budget. You're going to spend 80% of your money on scaling your known to be profitable ads and spend 20% of your money on split testing and trying to beat out your profitable ad. If you find another profitable ad, run them both. Even if one's outperforming the other, they're both profitable, you're going to run them both. And you're going to split your 80% budget now, 40 to one ad, 40 to the other, and 20% to split testing. You're always doing 20% to split testing, 80% split between all of your profitable ads, no matter how many you have. The goal is to get as many profitable ads as you can. So another very important thing to remember when split testing, never split test in the ad level. You're always split testing in the ad set level. If you split test in the ad level, you have no control over the split test and how much ad spend goes to each ad. Facebook will usually favor one ad over the other if you're trying to do this, and it will usually not favor your best ad. It will usually just favor some random one, and you're going to have a completely inaccurate split test. Split testing at the ad level gives all of your ads an even playing ground, and all of them will spend the exact same amount, so you'll have a very even, accurate split test. Now, what I call the quick fire split testing method, now this is how you're going to split test. There's two different ways to it. One if you have a higher budget, one if you have a lower budget. This is the way, I'm going to go over the way if you have a higher budget first. So the quickest way to split test for if you have a little bit of a higher budget and see what is working, what isn't, grab 3 ad images or 3 videos. For this, I'm going to say images for everything, but no, when I say images, it could be image or a video. Grab 3 images, grab 3 ad text alternatives, and grab 1 interest targeting. Now you're going to set up your split testing. Image 1, text 1, image 2, text 2, image 1, text 3, and then image 2, text 1. You get the point. You'll be able to see this as you go. And you're going to set them all up, and you're going to run them all to your 1 interest targeting. So day 1 would look like image 1, text 1, image 1, text 2, image 1, text 3. You're split testing your text with that image on day 1. You're split testing with $15 a day spending. And if none of them are a winner, move on to image 2 with all the different text combinations. So after your 48 hours to 72 hours, if none of them are still converting, then you're going to move on to your image 2, text 1, image 2, text 2, image 2, text 3, and split test those. If you have a winner, start scaling it with how I told you to do it. And if none of the ads are a winner after the second batch, go to your third batch. If you have ones that are winners, obviously scale them as well. And you're just going to keep doing it and keep trying to find winners. I'm going to kind of skip a lot of this as we're running out of time. You'll be able to see this and be able to answer questions. There's something. The one thing I wanted to show you guys that I can't show you in this slideshow, so I'm going to go over that. Oh crap! I can't share my screen. Yeah, I'll do that in a different one then.
Yeah, let's set us up the mess we can and finish this up for everybody because we got some big announcements we got to do on GAZ for some people.
Yeah, I'm going to skip this split testing because that's more something you can read. But some tips and hints for other ways to find profitable ads, because there is not just one formula that works. The formula I just shared with you, it works for me, but there's many different formulas out there that have been proven to work. So the best way, scroll down your newsfeed is something you can do every single day. People are scrolling through your newsfeed every single day in Facebook. Scroll through your newsfeed, find ads that are working in your niche. Example, Tai Lopez. He's always popping up in my newsfeed. That's a good one to look at. He's in our niche. He's in the internet marketing. He's always running ads. I favorite all of his ads that pop up in my newsfeed to tell Facebook, hey, over here, I'm interested in these kind of ads. So I get more and more of these in my newsfeed, and I get targeted more and more by these people. I get targeted by my competition so I can see what's working for them. So you're pretty much just going to, like we have someone like Tai Lopez, you're going to go through his comments on his video and see, how far back do these comments go. If he has comments from weeks ago, you know that this ad's profitable for him. He's not going to be running it if he's not making money off it. He's been running for a few weeks. He's obviously making money with it. You know this is a good ad then. So now that you've gone through the comments, you know this is a good ad. Now you're going to reverse engineer this ad. Read the entire ad text, break it down, take notes. What is the general idea of his first sentence? What is the general idea of his second sentence? How can you word it to fit what you are doing? Take his formula that he's using that's obviously working and just break it down to how you can use it. You are not duplicating it. You're not stealing his work. Technically you're not stealing his work. You're not duplicating. You are replicating. Okay? And then you're going to do the same thing with his, if he has a video or an image. If he has a video, you're going to watch it. What is the scenery? What is his background? What is he talking about? What does he buy? Break it down little by little. Watch it multiple times. Study it. You know, if it's an image, you know, what's the image of? You know, does he have a call to action in the image? Just break it down as much as you can. Take notes on every ad you see in your news feed. I do this every single day, and that's how I found a lot of profitable ads myself as well. Like I said, never copy and paste exactly what they're doing. It's not exactly illegal, but it's definitely frowned upon and can definitely give you bad karma in the future. Replicate, do not duplicate. And a person who stops his ad spend to save money is like a guy who stops a watch to save time. The only way to fail at anything in life, regardless what it is to quit. How can you possibly fail at anything if you refuse to give up? The light bulb was not invented overnight. It took 1,000 failed attempts to find one way that worked. And look how well it paid off for the guy that made Thomas Edison that made the light bulb. Would you say those 1,000 failed attempts were worth it? I mean, look at it now. The reward for one accomplished attempt after 1,000 failed, it was definitely worth it, simply due to the fact of not giving up. Just remember that when you are thinking about giving up on your dreams, if it takes you 1 year, 2 years, 3 years to finally reach where you can have financial success for a lifetime, is it worth it? So just kind of leave you off with that. And like I said, we'll be able to go over the rest in the file section. Don't want to go too far into this.
Awesome. Awesome. Dude, you rock, Cody. That was like just a deluge of badass, awesome information. So grateful, brother. So, guys, I hope you guys got some really good notes there. Again, we can actually, Cody will get this up here next. We'll put up later today or tomorrow, Cody. And then we'll have it back for you guys so you guys can review it. And then let's talk again next Wednesday. Let's look at what you guys gathered, the information, any questions you have. So we'll hammer this out so you have a very laser focused example of what you know how to do every day. Okay, guys? For your ad budgeting. So again, thank you, Cody. Appreciate you putting all that time and energy in there, brother. Guys, go ahead and hop over. I know we're all excited. We're going to give you some announcements here in a little bit. So I think some of you put in for scholarships. So let's go see what's happening over there. All right. So I love it. Appreciate you guys. I'm so excited. You guys are showing up. We want to help you guys out so much. So again, thank you so much, Cody, for training. So guys, hop over to GAZ really quickly, guys. We got some announcements for you guys. Okay. All right. Love it. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you over in a minute. Later.
I see you.
Thanks, Cody.